What a great environment, man. That's great for our football team to get out there and experience our fans in that environment. So I think everybody's juices are flowing to get to our preseason games and get the Jets here next week.
I think that's 5 picks for Omar throughout camp, 3 tonight. What have you just seen from him over this last week?
He's done a lot. I mean, he's making plays, and you know, you want to see how guys respond and react when they get those opportunities, and he's coming through, so that's really positive.
Yeah, I know he was elevated, I think, for a couple games at the end of last year. What did you see from him, you know, from the end of the year and then through the offseason program?
Well, he's definitely a guy that we had our eye on coming out in the draft process. We had him in for a 30 visit, and so certainly there was some like there for him. But to get him ingrained in our system and to watch him develop, grow and develop, I think has been pretty exciting. So, and again, he's making plays.
You've been able to see quite a bit of Jordan Morgan at left tackle with Rashid out. Just what have been your impressions there?
Well, I think it's just there's been a lot of good moments, and then there's some things that we have to clean up, and I think that is it's like that for a lot of players, especially young players. I mean, he played 6 games last year, so, and this has been primarily inside. So to get him outside at left tackle, I think, you know, there's going to be some hard lessons along the way. But I love how he's attacked this thing, and the work that he put in throughout the course of the offseason is pretty evident. You can tell by his body. So we'll continue to push him to be the best he can be.
With it streamed, do you have to change your play calling or what your maybe sock ways to keep out of?
I would say it was pretty vanilla tonight. I mean, it's really the way we treat it is no different than a preseason game, and you're still running your system and plays that you practice, but there's not a whole lot of window dressing to it.
So when the offense doesn't score till the bitter end, do you make anything out of it? The offense being poor, the defense being great, or just whatever? Yeah,
I just want to see guys go out there, compete, and if given opportunity to make plays, then we expect them to make those plays.
So 2 days off for the players, get a little rest in. Could you talk about how you see this week playing out, the Jets coming in?
Yeah, we have a plan in place. They'll be off tomorrow, and then, I mean, we're going to grind them pretty good in regards to how we approach this next week with 2 pretty heavy practices sandwiched in between 2, I would say, lower or light practices.
Is there any long-term concern with Emmanuel Wilson? That was kind of a scary.
Oh, it was extremely scary, but I feel like we dodged that one. So that is some really good news.
Did Tucker Kraft's thing just come up at the end of practice yesterday?
No, I think he's been dealing with it for a few days, so he's just kind of been powering through, and we felt like it was best just to give him a couple days and let that thing come down.
Savion didn't finish. Is he all right?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that situation, but they told me they had to pull him.
Matt, sorry if you addressed this, but what was your coaching point to Jordan and I guess Golden there at the end on the 3rd down?
Well, in that situation, we're in what we call an O-zone situation where the ball's got to go out of bounds or to the end zone. And if the defense gives you some yardage, you'll take it. But much like we learned a couple years ago versus the Chicago Bears, you got to be on the details, and I didn't feel like we were as detailed in that situation. He did a great job getting out of bounds, but we got a few things that we need to work on in that situation. Now, I'm glad it came up. You'd rather have it come up now than when it really counts.
2 more, please. Carrington's up to 4 interceptions now. What do you think, just the play-to-play consistency, what have you thought of this?
Yeah, another guy that's making the most of his opportunities, and I love how he competes, and he's done it from day one. He's really invested the time into this thing. He's transformed his body as well. So really excited about what he's been able to do, and really excited to see him throughout the course of the preseason.
Matt, Brandon aced Lambeau tonight as well. I don't want to be hyperbolic, but 36-37. Have you ever seen a kicker have this kind of a start to camp?
I don't want to jinx anything here, so I'd rather not say too much about him, but he's been pretty consistent.